I've become a bit of a jerky expert. I guess we all have lately. But I've never tasted anything quite like the one I had today. I thought I tasted paprika. How was it, Coriander?
I never knew why Brian was so scared of a one-legged Santa Claus and a Rasta bitch.
Brian. So that's what he called himself now, Brian.
How's it going, Rackle viewers? Grim Gaddy right back into another Legends of the West video, and this week's winner comes from Dova King, and their request we attempt to do Hershel from The Walking Dead. Specifically, his appearance in Season 4 of The Walking Dead. Online. Remember how I keep saying I get weird requests? I get weird requests. Now granted, this one was actually fairly simple to pull off, as good old Hershel wears a fairly common set of clothes that were actually pretty easy to kind of get down. Some bits are off here and there, but I feel like I hit it overall just for my own eye. That all said, I'm going to shut up and we're just going to break down the outfit now piece by piece, shall we? Starting off with the fact there's not much to this. There's no hat, no headbands, no eyewear, no mask, no bandanas, no neckwear, no coats, no ponchos, no vests. Finally, something he is wearing, a damn shirt, thank God. I personally went with the everyday overshirt in this kind of light tan pinstripe. I did this specifically because later on in Season 4, it's kind of obvious they don't have any real way to wash their clothes, and that crap gets grimy, dirty, and to the point where it's definitely not white anymore. Which I felt this actually really helped sell that look. Honestly, if there was a clean white pinstripe version of this, which sadly there isn't, or at least not that I own, to my knowledge, I honestly would go with that if you want to go for a more cleaner look, but I went with this. Moving on to suspenders, because God knows he actually wears them. Cotton suspenders in the plain flat black. Funny enough, in single player there is a pair of suspenders that actually mimic the belt and loop structure of Hershel's suspenders damn near perfectly. The only difference is I think those ones are leather. That all said, I mean, this works, so it works. No gauntlets, no gloves, no rings, no belts, buckles. As usual, completely dealer's choice. I usually just say go without. Weapon equipment. This is interesting, because he doesn't have a gun belt per se. In fact, he wears his holster more often than not just on his regular pants belt. And it's just a standard black leather belt, which is easy enough to mimic with just about any standard looking black gun belt. I went with a gunslinger gun belt. The agency gun belt also could work. Like, play around with a bit, see what you like. The Bolger gun said a gun belt also works wonders. My only thing about this is he does have his holster actually just right above his left thigh. And that actually does contrast pretty heavily in a more finer kind of brown leather holster. I went the banded holster, but by all means, play around, see what else you can get. The Bolger, again, a nice one. In fact, I'd actually recommend that over the other one because the color actually matches a little better. But play around with it, and you can pretty much nail it. Did I mention I get rare requests on these videos? Moving on to the pants. Hershel's wearing what appears to be kind of like a darker gray carpenter pant almost, and while we do have some saddle stitched pants here and there with some extra padding, they're sadly not in the front like I would like, nor that they come in any of the appropriate colors I would have also have liked. So I ended up settling for the Clark pants, which also come in a very dirty fashion version, and the color, weirdly enough, later in the season, this matches it pretty well. The only difference is we don't just have the extra fabric covering the front of the pant legs. I know I said darker gray and that's more olive green, but in most lighting, that's actually what they look like, I promise. All else fails, go for a different color. Sue me. No nightgowns, no overalls, no chaps, finally for boots. Hershel is wearing a very particular set of boots that, honestly, if I can find the damn things again, here they are. The Kelly boots, if they didn't have that steel toe to them, and actually just came in a flat, standard brown color would do wonders, just because of that strap and the buckle. Sadly, they don't, so I had to go fishing around quite a bit to find something that even remotely worked. The Miller boots actually do come in a selection of browns that I did not buy, sadly, that do work and they do fit the overall shape. The Dunsinane boots, I had to think about how to even pronounce that, also work wonders. The only thing I have complaint about them is while they come in the exact color I want and the faded look and the dirty look, they have laces, which Hershel's boots do not, sadly. Ultimately, I settled on the Calverley boots, which also came in damn near the perfect color I needed and actually had that nice square toe with a slight upturn that I desperately was looking for. Other than that, no spurs, and that's it. Very, very simple outfit, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I really did like The Walking Dead for a long time. What the hell is this? Gotta love Xbox Live. Dear sweet Christ. I cannot unsee that, and I am not even gonna bother censoring that because that's just hilarious. Anyway. As usual, I hope you all enjoyed. If y'all did enjoy, a great way of showing that support, as always, is by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, sharing it with your friends. And by all means, checking down below in the guidelines of how to submit your own requests in the comments in the description of the video. And you might be next week's winner. And yes, you did briefly see that I did name my horse Chungus. I did this for a reason. He is a big, hardy boy, and he deserves the name. Other than that, I got nothing else. So, as usual, cheers to those that love us, the losers that lost us, and as always, the lucky sons of bitches that get to meet us. And we will catch you all in the next video.
Guess his wife kicked him out again.
Do you mind? I'm doing a video here, jackass. Yeesh. Till next time.